Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, and I can't say welcome to gemmaween because gemmaween ended ages ago. Gemmaween ended rather abruptly, and this video will explain why and what happened and what's happened to me over the last month. Take a deep breath. It's November the 26th today, and since October the 24th I've been very ill. I think that's probably when my last video was uploaded, and then I just disappeared from gemmaween. I think the last video I did was a pizza video. So I was suffering from like an horrendous stomach bug where I was just vomiting constantly for a week. It was actually a week. I did ask for help from my GP after about 5 days, and I thought, you know, I wasn't getting any better. I could barely stand. I was just like staying in bed for the whole of the time, and they prescribed me some omeprazole tablets and said it was just the acids in my stomach. Anyway, a couple of days later I couldn't stand the pain. I was in so much pain, sort of like waves of pain that were going through my stomach, and then the vomiting would start again. By this time it was brown vomit, and I was a bit concerned about that. So off I went to A&E, where I had to wait for a long time, and then eventually during the end of the day, I think I went to A&E in the early hours of the morning. Towards the end of the day I was diagnosed after a scan with an obstructed bowel, or obstructive bowel. So that's when there's a blockage in the bowel and nothing, literally nothing can pass through. I'm as you all know, I'm a nurse, so I know how fatal that can be, so it was really scary. And then they decided they were going to operate on me there and then, and I didn't have much chance to think about it. I had no family with me or friends or anything, because you're not allowed anybody in, so I was on my own. I was told I would, there was a high percentage I was going to have a stoma bag, or they were going to create a stoma, because they wouldn't be able to save things performing naturally without going into too much detail. So they did warn me that there was a high percentage I would have to have a stoma, and therefore have a stoma bag, which was like horrifying, really. It's horrifying when somebody tells you that. They also said that there was a chance that you could die, which I think they say for most operations, really. Anyway, I got through that. I got through it. I was very ill in hospital. You know, I couldn't walk, I couldn't do anything for myself for the first few days. It was a big eye-opener when I'm normally the nurse on the other side of the bed, and this time I was in the bed as the patient. It was a big eye-opener, very scary and awful. But I got through that, and I got home, and I was doing really well. And then about just under a week after I'd been home, I got chest pains, really bad chest pains. And I couldn't breathe. I was literally so out of breath, and I was just lying in bed this morning thinking, what's happening now? And then again, because I'm a nurse and I work in a hospital, I knew that I probably had a pulmonary embolism, which was shortened to a PE, which is a clot inside the blood vessels, actually inside your lungs. That's why you get so short of breath, and again, that's fatal. I rang 111 for advice first, which is sort of the thing you ring before you go for the 999. And they said, you need to get an ambulance, you need to go to hospital now. And there was no ambulances, so I had to go in a taxi, which they provided, which was fun. And then, and then it all happened again. I was really ill I was in A&E, I was on oxygen, I had scans, had to be escorted to the scans by a doctor. It was like totally really scary. And then the next morning I was still really unwell, and a doctor came to my bedside. He's a very nice doctor. He held my hand and he told me that I was dying. And I just don't even know how to describe how that felt at all. After everything that I'd gone through with the emergency surgery and the recovery from that, I don't even know if I did process it. I just remember ringing my mum and telling her she had to tell everybody else, and I think I texted Isabel. And then I couldn't speak to anybody else about it, so my mum had to ring round people. I suppose that wasn't a very nice job for her. Just looking at myself in this camera. I haven't got the light on, but I still look like really, really pale. Anyway, so yeah, that was that. They said I was good. They brought my family in. My sister and my mum were allowed to come in and be with me, which only happens when people are dying. So I did kind of think, oh, well, you know, this must be happening. I just remember thinking, oh, well, I won't know anything about it, but everybody else will be sad and, you know, and I was worrying about everybody else, really. Anyway, I'm here now today, so I didn't die. I seem to turn a corner. I do actually think that was because they allowed my family to come in. I think that did help. It gives you a bit of fighting spirit. Yeah, so I'm still I'm a lot better than I have been, because I actually couldn't breathe properly, and I was taking big gasps of air in all the times, but even when I came home. But that's really improved the more I've moved about and things. I don't have much energy. I do get tired really quick, but then I am recovering from 2 things, and it will take quite a while for me to get back to normal. But fingers crossed I will make a full recovery. There are some complications, like the right side of my heart, it has been weakened and has been damaged, but the doctor said that hopefully that will repair itself, and they see lots of patients in the same predicament, and you know, the heart mends itself. So I'm hoping, you know, that it's been strong enough to get me through these 2 events, it can do that as well. So yeah, fingers crossed for that. And I feel tons better already after about a week out of hospital. I think it's been a week since I came home, so I feel tons better. So I am, you know, quite positive about that. He did say it would take 6 weeks before I become less breathless. I am still breathless on going upstairs and walking and things like that, but I'm fine just sitting here like this. So that's my story, and that's why Gemmaween got abruptly cancelled. That's that. So let me know in the comment section down below if you'd like to hear about the two events that I've had, the bowel surgery, if you'd like to know about that in a little bit more detail. I do plan to do a video on that, because I think it is quite useful for other people that might be going through that. I watched a few vlogs of people that had gone through similar surgeries, and it was helpful for me. And then also the clot in my lung, I could do a video on that as well. Let me know in the comment section down below. Anyway, take care, thanks for watching, and I will see you again real soon. Bye bye.